Sometimes, pain is exactly what's meant to save you. Pain isn't your enemy. It's a messenger. It says, something here needs to change. But most people, they run. Every time you run from pain, you run from your own growth. Pain isn't here to stop you. It's here to build you. But only if you choose it. And if you want to learn how to turn your pain into power, stay. This video is for you. And if this already hits you, tap that red heart below and share it. We're just getting started. You know what's strange? Pain doesn't start loud. It whispers first, a quiet discomfort, a small ache. But when you ignore it, it grows louder. Until one day, it screams. That scream isn't just pain. It's a demand for change you've been avoiding. Picture someone stuck in a job they hate. Every morning, they wake up with a sigh, telling themselves, "It's fine. I can handle it." But those sighs, they're not nothing. They're the sound of a dying spirit. Then one day, they hit a breaking point. They say, "Enough." That day might be the worst day of their life. But it's also the first day of their rebirth. The same pain they once ran from becomes their reason to rise. And that's where the magic begins. When you stop running and face your pain, you realize it's not just suffering, it's fuel. Because no one ever grew in comfort. Slowly, that pain becomes your power. And when you look back, you realize the hardest chapter of your life was actually the one that built you. Pain doesn't arrive overnight. One day, you just wake up and something feels off. You're not excited anymore. You're just tired, not of work, not of people, but of yourself, of how long you've been enduring. You once had fire. You once had dreams that made your eyes shine. You said, "One day, I'll make it." But life, routine, fear, comfort slowly killed that fire. You wake up, go to work, come back, say someday. And those somedays, they've become your cage. Then comes a day that looks like any other. But something inside snaps. That quiet voice inside you, the one you've been ignoring, finally screams, "Stop." You look in the mirror and don't recognize yourself. Those eyes that once dreamed, now just survive. And right there, you make a decision. Not loud, not dramatic, just a whisper. Enough. That moment is the beginning. The moment your pain stops being a punishment and becomes your teacher. Pain teaches you how to grow. It reminds you, no one is coming to save you. You have to pull yourself out of that darkness, step by step, breath by breath. And that's when it happens. The first seed of your strength is planted. A strength born from pain, fed by action. You're not successful yet, but for the first time, you're awake. When you finally wake up, something shifts, not outside you, but inside. Nothing around you has changed, yet everything feels different. The routine, the noise, the people complaining every day, suddenly, you can't stand it anymore. You see through it, but the pain, it's still there. The difference is you stop running from it. You look it in the eye, you walk with it, and you start to learn how to turn it into fuel. The first steps are small. Sometimes it's just one decision. Getting out of bed earlier. Reading a page instead of scrolling aimlessly. Saying no to something that drains you. No one else notices. But inside, a quiet war begins. Between the voice that says, "Give up," and the one that whispers, "Keep going." And every time you choose the second voice, you grow a little stronger. The world still doesn't see your change. But inside, there's a revolution. You're learning discipline. You're becoming your own inspiration. The pain that once cursed you now points the way. Every time you want to quit, it reminds you why you started. True power is born here. Not when you're happy, not when you've made it, but when you keep going while still hurting. That's when your pain becomes your power, your engine, your fire no one can take away. One day, you'll reach a point where you ask yourself, why am I still doing this? If it's just for money, fame, or validation, you'll quit. But if it's for growth, for that quiet voice that says, "I can be better," then that's when you've truly begun. That's when pain becomes a tool, not a curse. Every struggle increases your capacity. Just like the body gets stronger by lifting weight, the mind gets stronger by lifting struggle. No one claps for you. No one sees the battle inside. But you do, and that's enough. Every drop of sweat, every sleepless night, every failure. It's the forge where your soul is being shaped. You're the blacksmith who doesn't fear the fire, because you know it's turning you into steel. And slowly, something changes. The pain doesn't burn anymore. It just reminds you of how far you've come and who you've become along the way. True power isn't avoiding pain. It's learning to work with it, to use it, to turn it into meaning, into motion, into mastery. Every time you rise after falling, a piece of fear dies. Every time you push through doubt, a new piece of strength is born. Until one day, you realize the version of you that once broke easily no longer exists. Pain isn't your enemy anymore. It's your partner. The whisper in the dark saying, "Keep going. You're not done yet." One morning, you wake up, and something feels different. It's not that the world changed, but inside you it's quiet. The noise, the chaos, the doubts, they're fading. You're no longer chasing an easy life. You're chasing a stronger you. You've realized that life will always be hard. But you're becoming harder to break. That pain that once made you want to quit now makes you want to rise. Because you've learned, pain isn't a sign of weakness. It's proof of transformation. Every great person started with pain, rejection, loneliness, failure, loss. But they stayed. They kept walking when no one believed. And every fall taught them something new about rising. Pain only destroys you when you fight it. The moment you accept it, you own it. And once you own it, you can turn it into power. Every hard decision you make is another piece of pain being turned into strength. Every time you stop asking why me and start asking what now, you evolve. That's when the outer world starts to change. People feel it. They notice the energy. You don't even have to speak. Your silence says enough. Because now, you've won the battle inside. Pain has taught you patience. It's taught you how to stand when no one's clapping, how to keep going when no one's watching. You've become the person you once dreamed of being. Not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. The pain didn't disappear. It just started working for you. And that's real power. It doesn't scream. It doesn't seek attention. It just moves, quietly, steadily, turning every scar into strength. There's a point in your journey where you feel suspended. You're not broken anymore, but you're not whole yet either. You're standing between two worlds, the person you were and the one you're becoming. It's quiet here. No applause, no validation, just silence. And that silence scares most people because they mistake it for the end. But you've learned, silence means construction. When nothing seems to be happening, that's when everything inside you is taking shape. Change doesn't announce itself with fireworks. It begins quietly, in the shadows of your effort. You're learning to talk to yourself without judgment. You're learning to love yourself even when progress is invisible. You're learning patience when results take their time. Everyone wants instant success, but no one talks about instant persistence. You're different, because even when you're exhausted, you keep showing up. Even when no one believes in you, you still believe in the mission. You've stopped chasing approval. You're chasing peace. You're chasing that feeling when you look in the mirror and say, "I didn't quit today." That sentence alone is everything. Because in that moment, you proved something, not to the world, but to yourself. Your pain has become your ally. Your pain is your compass. Every time it hurts, you know you're growing. And one day, this silent, lonely road will turn into the path that built your power. That's the day you won't say, "I made it." You'll say, "I became me." One day you'll wake up and realize every pain, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt had a purpose. You're not that same person anymore. When you look back, you'll see that every scar was a sign of where you grew. The pain you once cursed has become your greatest teacher. It taught you strength. It taught you silence. It taught you how to keep going when no one's watching. Real power isn't about never falling. It's about rising, quietly, slowly, but stronger every single time. Life isn't supposed to be easy. If it were, you'd never become who you're meant to be. Look around you. You might not be there yet, but you're being built for it right now. And one day, you'll look back at this exact moment and say, "That's where everything changed." That's when you stopped running from pain and started turning it into power. Tell me in the comments, what pain are you turning into power? And if you're ready to grow, hit subscribe. The journey continues here.